Hi Virgo, so this is going to be a yours and theirs tarot reading. Before we get into the reading, kindly take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse energies as you see fit, more so with yours and theirs, because energy interchange and exchange is very real and rapid. So again, reverse energies as you see fit. All right. So let's look at what you have going on. The Ten of Wands, the Magician. Okay, something is very difficult for you to manifest, but you are coming through with it because it's related to your heart space, honey. You told me that it was very difficult. You were not a free agent probably to manifest a full heart space for yourself, to feel good within your heart space. There was a lot of fight that was going on within you or outside of you, and it's like we are trying to turn that frown upside down, basically. The Star for the person attached to you, the Six of Swords. Okay, so they desired you, but they told themselves to move on from you because it was a bad job, probably. According to them, it was a bad job, but again, take it as it resonates. It might be you as well, so there you go. I mean, this person would be you, and it could be, and this person could be another person, right? For the connection, the Tower. Okay, so there was a strong walking away and emotionally detaching and ending. A lot of ending attached to this. So I feel Virgos, that they are still attached to you and they're telling themselves to move on, but they haven't yet moved on. It's like they're obsessed in a way with this unrequited star, unrequited pathway and things like that, probably. And you're manifesting, but you look good though. You look like you are manifesting a full heart space for yourself. So the Four of Swords, yeah, you're healing. I knew it. I knew you were healing because I instantly got that you let go of some sort of responsibility or anything that was just bogging you down, basically. Excuse any background noise, it's too noisy today. Yeah, death to the Ten of Cups and the World. Look at this, so much of ending attached to it. Like, it was a major cycle that's turning over in your life right now. You are turning to a very different new chapter in your life, and it has nothing to do with anything of the past. I feel like you are trying to really transform your life and turn it upside down, basically, for the better, not for the worse. So let's look at what are you healing, honey? What are you thinking about? It's like the Four of Swords is basically taking some time out, thinking about things, what actually matters to you, what doesn't, what's good for you, what doesn't, emotional consolidation, mental consolidation over our own truths. What do we think about what's happening in our life over the course of the last few months, last few years, last few days, and where are we really on the right path or not? You know, everybody needs to take some time out to think about things, right? About what's happening. You know, I read some quote that only 70% of people don't even self-reflect. Only 30% of people, according to a study that was done. So approximately 30% of people all around the world can self-reflect and will self-reflect, take some time out to think about things and consolidate themselves about what the hell they are doing in their life and whether they're on the right path or not, or whether they need to backtrack or, you know, modify the pathway. So I feel like you're doing it. So kudos to you. It's with regards to your personal sense of happiness. Yeah. You told me that you were trying to show something healing. I feel like it was a situation with regards to this person or somebody else, but, you know, showing them patience. It's like you're telling me that you have a lot of patience within yourself. Like, you can heal things and consolidate things and work things out with people, places and situations till the end of time, like infinity to the power of infinity. You know, that's how you're telling me that I can heal anything. And it was personally my wish fulfillment and my desire to heal things with somebody. But the more patience I gave to it, the more I felt like it was folly. It came crashing down in one of your downtime, that your superpower was being used against you. You know, honey, again, we all have superpowers. So notoriously, Hermit is your power card. But then again, you're showing me that Temperance is your power card. So which means, I mean, not power card, I mean your superpower. You can heal things. You can show people consideration, patience, a lot of emotional consolidation, emotional understanding to other people. You offer that, and it comes from a place of love from yourself. That's how you love yourself. That's how you show yourself patience too, and that's how you give other people patience as well. But the thing is, what happened here is that you try to show somebody patience for a very long time, because Temperance is also time, and Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Yeah, there you are, honey. It's like showing something a lot of patience and time and consideration for it to resolve itself, for it to become clear to you, or for it to become more valid in your eyes, emotionally speaking, to get it to a desirable place or to a healthy place, to an equal place. Got very difficult, and that's why you blew up the tower. It's like it was a strong realization in one of your downtimes that, what am I doing here? Why am I showing this a lot of patience? And why is it just one way? I mean, I understand that that's how I love myself, but frankly speaking, the amount of consideration that I'm showing this person, I'm getting nothing to show for it, right? I'm getting nothing in return in order to justify me giving this patience and consideration and endless amount of understanding. right? So I feel like that's what you're doing, but no mas. It's like you hit the tower, honey. It was a very strong moment and a strong realization. I would love to know. Excuse me. So let's look at the Ten of Wands. I feel like that became folly. I would love to know what was that moment when it hit you like a thunder, like, you know, in the crown chakra, because that's how it hits. It's in the crown chakra that, you know, probably some sort of behavior, some sort of amount of consideration that I'm showing this person, trying to renew things and trying to keep my heart open and exposing myself to this and exposing the best of what I have to offer and who I am as a person is folly, because frankly speaking, I'm not getting nothing in return to show up for it or to keep showing up for it. And it's going against my own sense of wish fulfillment and self-love concept, right? It started with a self-love concept that you try to show this person patience and everything, a lot of patience and everything. But it's like you realize that it was folly. And also I'm getting that you are thinking about it and you're healing over that tower moment, the tower that you brought down. You are now getting everyday validation when you think about it, when you rest on it. Your heart feels more like yourself, like you feel freer. Your heart feels more freer. It doesn't fight. You know, you don't have that fight whenever you think about the situation in retrospect, in your downtime, like how you brought that tower down. You feel more healing. You're healing over it, honey. You're actively trying to heal yourself. You take some time out and work through your feelings. And that's great, because the temperance is not an easy thing, let me tell you. Temperance is internal healing, emotional healing, internal emotional healing. In order to get to a place of balance, you have to be very open and confrontational with the amount of feelings that you're feeling and allow yourself to feel all of those things. All right? It takes time. It takes a lot of courage to experience all of those emotions, like mixed emotions, difficult emotions, anger, rage, pissed off energy, you know, like I hate you and I want to shout it at you, and I'm allowing myself to feel all of that, right? So yeah, that's that. Yeah, you sidestepped from putting in more work, from trying to take responsibility for this, because somebody was shying away from giving this their equal amount of thought, because you were like, you know what, why am I giving to this? I know what I can do. We know how to work with each other, but it looks like only I'm the one carrying the responsibility of this. Only I'm the one that's putting in the whole work and trying to be generous with you, trying to take this very seriously. Because Eight of Pentacles is something that we're used to. It's serious work. It's back of the hand job for us, right? I mean, you were trying to show it your utmost love, care, and attention, and your focused energy. It requires focus, Eight of Pentacles. And that's what you were offering them. But eventually you sidestepped from it. You're like, you know, this doesn't make sense. I am putting in a lot of effort. It feels like a heavy burden on me, and I don't want to carry this around like a badge of honor. What am I supposed to do with it? Like, I love myself. I love this too. I know it, but it's not working out. I can't see the results of it. Like, I'm putting in the effort, but I'm not getting any sort of results. I'm not seeing any sort of results here in terms of this. And it could be a work situation too, so you might be leaving that. Again, take it as it resonates. Okay, but I feel like you stopped putting in work because you felt like you were the only one carrying the burden of this whole thing. Like, it was one-sided equation where only Virgo was showing up to the assignment and Virgo was doing the assignment of two people, and that's not fair. Even then, you didn't even get the results. You were always confused about what's happening here. Are my efforts going to result into something? Is it going somewhere? You were confused about, you could not see the vision. And once you started seeing that you could not see the vision, you sidestepped from it. You sidestepped from giving it your all, full weight of thought, full weight of efforts, right? The Magician is clarified. Yeah, you're healing, honey, you're healing. Oh my God, you're actively going into that zone of, you know, killing your disappointment. Like, I'm actively choosing. Yeah, that's you. Actively choosing to work through my disappointments, learn from it, intellectually as well as spiritually as well as emotionally. You're trying to bring all those concepts together. You have very high spiritual elements attached to you. I feel like you're very spiritual and you're very knowing of healing concepts. Like, how do you heal? Not just emotionally speaking, internally, because temperance is internal healing, but internal emotional balance does not equate that you learned your lessons and that you are not going to repeat that mistake, right? The hermit ensures that you won't repeat it because it's external healing, learning from your experiences. Like, he has walked the path of life, all right? So you're actively looking, logically as well. You're actively looking, and your wise self is out now through experience. You're trying to learn from it. You're trying to take away lessons to ensure that this disappointment never happens again in your life. You're ensuring that, and you're actively manifesting it. The will to heal this, the will to learn from this, right? And that's your ultimate truth. You have a very strong mind, very strong will, a lot of courage you have. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you are willing it from within yourself. You have very high manifestation skills. Use it for yourself, honey. I mean, you have very huge manifestation skills. I mean, you can get what you put your mind to. I know that. And you can back it up too with efforts, real life efforts. Just putting it out there. Okay. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Death, King of Cups. Okay. you're like, right now I'm not looking to, I mean, again, you might have very strong Scorpio in your chart, I don't know, but Scorpio, 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 so just putting it out there. But anyways, having said that, I feel like the more you try to heal yourself, the more your heart comes out and feels more freer, you know, within yourself. You feel good within yourself and you're like, I'm not looking to share it with anybody right now. I'm being very cautious with my heart. I'm being very conservative with my heart. I know that I have a lot of love to give. I know that I have a huge heart and huge capacity to love. Again, you have huge capacity to love. That's why you showed a lot of consideration and time and patience and healing to other people, places, and situations. I don't think that you showed this just to this person. I feel like that's how you roll in life. That's who you are as a person, which is commendable. Not everybody is like that. So I commend you on that. We all need people like you in life, more people like you, let me tell you. And always find yourself another you, honey. Never ever accept anything less than that. All right, so you tell me that you have a huge heart, and right now you're not interested in having a new love opportunity in your life. You are just good with where you're at. You don't want to just open yourself up to the world right now. I feel like you're just focusing on yourself and your own life and feeling good about just yourself and going about your business and doing your things. Again, you have a real life too, but this is what I'm seeing on an emotional and spiritual perspective and mental perspective too. Trying to consolidate your truths. I mean, do you know how hard it is to find people who are so confrontational with themselves and try to learn and grow in their life? That's very rare. So you're doing the work, and I really am, you know, it's a huge honor to read you or your energy, whoever you are. I love you for that. You know, thank you. Thank you for showing me that whatever I'm doing, it makes sense. For this person, okay, the Star, the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so what? This is contradictory. What the hell is happening here? They are telling me that they desired you, and their higher self really desired you, like your love. They wanted your love, and they had love for you too, because Queen of Cups is shared love, right? So they have a huge heart as well, and they gave themselves permission. They wanted to give themselves permission to move towards you, to have a new beginning with you in terms of passion as well as that hope. They had hopes attached to you of love, shared love, equal love, committed love, you know, one that lasts them a lifetime. They could see the long-term potential with you, and you were their vision. Like, spiritually speaking, yes, you were. Their higher self recognized that in you, you know, that you were that you were an opportunity of a lifetime in terms of love, having a fulfilling unconditional love, because Queen of Cups is unconditional love, and you gave them unconditional support and consideration. And your heart is also transformed the more you try to heal yourself. The way you love, the way you see yourself, the way you see your heart is changing now. Your concept of it is changing. You're becoming more and more mature and more regulated. Like, you don't put yourself all out there now anymore in the near future. Like, you are very conservative with your heart, very protective with your heart. Again, if you're coming from this, that's totally understandable. All right. But having said that, this person wanted to have a new beginning, some sort of new beginning. They had hopes attached to you, a lot of hope, because Star is hope, long-term hope, you know, long-term gratification, a vision that was really strong in their mind and in their spirit about having it all with you. They could see a long-term potential with you. And Ace of Wands is a new light of pathway, something that gives us hope, something that lights us up. So meeting up with you, having your energy at their altar was really passionate, and it gave them a boost, ego boost, or not just ego boost. I'm not saying putting it out there. Ace of Wands is basically any sort of hope in life, having a life beyond just the mundane, right? Living through that hope, living through that optimism, living through that inspiration of things, right? Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so they are trying to move on. They're telling me that they're trying to move on in a very different direction. And Ace of Pentacles, something in career field or something that they would like to pursue in their life, but they hit a roadblock, like they can't pursue it. Their energy is not open right now. Is this with regards to you though? Show me more about this. I need to know more about this. What the hell is Nine of Wands? What are they doing here? It's like they're moving in a new direction. Like they're moving forward in their life into a new beginning. Some sort of 3D reality, something that they can touch, taste, smell in their real life. It's 3D based new beginning, right? So it might be a job, it might be a new beginning in terms of relationships that they can see in front of them, you know? It's like they have decided to move in that direction, but then again, they hit a wall in terms of that. Like they are not able to move on, you know, move forward with it, because they have a lot of internal blocks attached to them. Again, with the Devil, I don't know. Let's see the Devil first. Let's see the Devil first. I feel like I'll get an idea about why they're hitting a wall here. There's something more that I'm missing here in terms of, again, it's the heart of the reading. It's the most important part. You should never ever not look at that. The Five of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this person is bogged down with the disappointment of things not working out with you. The Devil plus Five of Cups is a very sad energy, and it's like they can't shrug that regret off. They can't shrug that disappointment off. They can't shrug that old pains of the past off of themselves. Like, it controls them. It's a fear concept. It's a patternized sort of, indulging in nostalgia, indulging in too much of pain of the past, things lost, opportunities lost, and that's why they're not able to actually move on and take the new opportunity that they actually want in their life, right? And then their intuition is telling them, like, you can't move forward because there are a lot of things that you need to look at. You're trying to, it's like they tried to switch, like, moving on, but that's not how you move on, right? You have to do the work in order to actually be living in the moving on, right? There's a difference between moving, saying like I moved on, and actually living the moving on structure, right? I feel like that's the difference between you two. You did the work and they didn't. They're not trying to work through their feelings or their understanding what the hell went wrong and where did they were the one to F up and where did you F up and how they could have been a better person and things like that, learning from their experiences, right? They're not trying to look at any of that. Death, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, yeah. They can't see a way forward because, again, they can take up any new opportunities in their life, but that's not going to fulfill them at all because they still regret about you. Look at this, the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Star as well. They watch you at sometimes and they watched you go as well, like they watched you end things. It took you a lot of strong will. I feel like you prayed to the gods to let this go. Like, it was a bad habit for you as well at this point. Like, it was a bad habit for you to keep on showing this person patience, time, and consideration. Like, it was a point of pride for you, some of you as well, that, look at how much patience and consideration I can show people around me, and it's endless, the amount of love I can give to people. But then again, that's not to be carried as a badge of honor, honey. Especially giving those best qualities to people, places, and situations that take you for granted and use you for that. It's not fair to you, right? Because we all humans are limited beings. We all have limited capacity to show other people our resources in terms of emotionality, sexuality, physicality, financial, as well as spiritual energy as well. So I feel like this person is hitting a block because they are still not working through about why things ended and how they were blinded, like how they caused you a lot of blindness. They don't even know what they want. That's why they're not able to move on. Like, they can find new distractions in their life all the time, but that does not necessarily mean they immediately go into that zone of, like, I don't even know if I want this. Like, they haven't done the work. That's why they don't know if they want it too. Like, they're not sure if the new beginning that they are taking, that they are really looking forward to and trying to pursue, there are internal blocks attached to them that keeps them from actually living through that moving on and actually owning this and giving the best of themselves to that new opportunity, because they have internal blocks attached to them. And that internal block is basically the old pains of the past that's keeping them to really taking that leap of faith, being the fool, really living the moving on. Because in order to have a new beginning, you have to have a clear headspace and heart space in order for new things to be presented to you and in order for the new things to sustain around you. You have to be very open. You'll have to be sorted in your life, right? For every next step, it requires a lot of healing in terms of spirituality as well as every level in life, honey. In order to have a new job, for example, in order to have a new job, you have to let go the disappointments of old jobs and how it did not work out and how it will not work out again too. That's that devil shit that's carrying forward, and that's keeping them from actually trying and actually taking something seriously in their life that could actually work out, even if it's not with you. They are doing themselves a disservice. It's not them or they, but then again, I just putting it out there. This was a very major sort of transformation zone for you. I feel like this, even if it's not romantic relationship, let's be honest, it could be a family situation that you were giving to, I'm not seeing any sort of love kind of relationship, but I feel like you both had love, but somebody took you for granted, somebody took your efforts for granted, and now they're regretting it. It's like it was their desire to have you in their life. You taught them a lot. You gave them hope that there is other things in life to be looked out upon, to hope for, to look up for, to carry us forward. Yeah, the Two of Wands, you're showing me energetic consistency. That's why I use multiple decks. Look at this, honey. The Tower, the Nine of Cups, and the Tower, the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you did your work. You did your homework quite strongly. All right. So I feel like this person wouldn't do their job, things like that, whatever the case was. But it took you a lot of strength to realize that it hurt your pride too, that you know, I thought that I was showing this person love from a place of sense of self-love and understanding that this is how I love myself, so I love you in a similar fashion. It's folly to show you, to keep on showing you my best of energy and efforts and my best of strength. Strength is also energy, right? Our courage to put up with something, our courage to keep on persisting in certain direction, right? That's that Leo energy. It's all about pride. Like, I have chosen this, so I'm going to make it work. I have claimed it as a wish fulfillment. I've claimed it as a self-loving point, so I'm going to do it. But it hit you like a 1,000 bolt of thunder. Like, this is not going to work. This is not working at all. Like, I'm actively looking at this. Something came about, like probably some sort of conversation that might have happened, or something that you saw or heard that really surprised you, and it hit you like a 1,000 bolt within yourself, in your spirit. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Why am I showing this a lot of patience and consideration? Look at this person's, he said that, she said that, he did that, she did that. What the hell? I wouldn't have done that to them. Did they ever thought about me? Did they ever consider me, how it would make me feel? It's kind of like that, you know? The Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you walked away. Moving on. Again. It's this person. Okay, so they were like, you know, I'm not attached to this person at all. Okay, right. Because you have a lot of other shits attached to you. So I feel like they wanted your heart. And they had love too. Like, their higher self was pointing out, like, you know, whoever you are, you can have love with Virgo. They love you, and you can have the best of the both worlds in terms of passion as well as wish fulfillment and love, emotional love as well. You can have all of that with this person if you so chose to put your heart out in this person's direction, in Virgo's direction. But this person was like, no, 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 I'm going to be independent. I'm going to actively be emotionally unavailable to this concept, to this zone. It's only Virgo that's going to put in the effort, and I'm going to be on the receiving end of it. I know I can see the hope. I can feel the hope within my spirit, but I don't necessarily want to acknowledge it. But then again, there's a potential that this person could come back around, because I see that they are moving on. It's in their reflection, right? So they are telling me that they're somebody who's very independent. But again, independence means self-claiming energy, understanding what you're about, what you want in life, what you want to pursue in life. But they're like moving on, and then they turn back tail, and their energy, the Knight of Wands, still points out towards you. Like, they still feel like their passion, some sort of enthusiasm, some sort of curiosity, having a new beginning with you excites them. Their energy, the best of their enthusiasm, you know, the Knight of Wands points to you regardless. They're trying to move on, but they keep coming back. Again, they keep hitting a wall. They're not necessarily, their spirit is not ready to move on. Their energetic expression is always pointing them back towards you. Even though they tell themselves in the real world that they are independent and that they have moved on, good luck trying to tell yourself that, because the more you have to keep on telling yourself like, I've moved on, the less likely that is true, right? It's more likely that the opposite of it is true, what you're telling yourself and what you keep telling yourself, right? Over and over again. It doesn't change the fact, right? And also that you moved on. And the more you are trying to surrender to moving on in your own independent energy and claiming of that moving on energy, the more you start feeling light, the more your energy starts freeing up. I could interpret it as your energy as well, but I feel like it's them. But then again, it could be you as well. So take it as it resonates, honey, right? Again, you showed me independent skills, like claiming. You have a very high functioning energy, very spiritual energy, right? I mean, people might call you a very serious person, very stoic person, like weirdo in a way, you know, because you're more onto the spiritual inclination of things. Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so it's repeating at this point. You're like, I can't put in the effort. So I feel like they might have come back around, right? Their energy was pointing towards you. It's like they were moving on, but then they turned back tail, and their energy flipped. And in a moment of impulsivity, they turned back and they were like, you know, let me just try again. But they were not coming from a place of emotionality. They were coming from a place of passion, right? Enthusiasm, like, give me some energy. You know, have fun with me. Give me some energetic boost, energetic facelift. They saw the potential, and what they did with it was basically use you for it, to feel good about themselves, because they did not want to claim this energy. Because in order to claim this high functioning energy and high functioning love and new opportunity, new beginning, you'll have to work through the shit that you've been avoiding, taking care of, sorting through. They did not want to do it. They were like, Virgo's making me feel good, and that's all I care about. That's it. So in the near future, the Ten of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and then Ten of Swords, you're like, I'm absolutely broken. I'm absolutely tired. Like, thinking about putting in the effort into this zone, it's all pain, and it's all, I can't see a beginning. I can't see nothing. It's like it's always going to be me. So what's the point of it all? What's the point of trying at all? So I'm gonna hold back my heart. You know, I don't want to get myself involved in it like that at all. Even in my real world efforts. And that's your truth, honey. That's your truth. The Chariot, the Justice. That's your truth. It's right for you. You have a bold heart. Trust that. It knows better. And I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons. I feel like this was a very karmic type of situation for you. This was a very strong bond based in a lot of lessons for both of you, for the both of you. They didn't learn shit, but you did learn a lot of things. They're still blinded about what they want to do with you, about whether they want to grow anything or not, because they can't see the growth of this. Like, even they know that they can't put in the effort, the real legit offer of growing things with you. It will always be stagnated, and that's why they're pursuing you through a passion point, right? Out of regret, like, how could I lose this person? How did they move on? How did this Virgo move on? So let me just get them back in my life. Let me just get their energy back onto me, their focus, their attention back onto me, and that's all they care about. They're not willing to put in the effort, and you see it, you feel it. And even if they want to put in the effort, you are done with it. You're like, done. How many times you've showed me death? Let's look at that. One here as well. Look at this, death to the Ten of Cups. That vision is lost of having a fulfilling love with this person, or even harmonizing with this person, is lost completely. The Tower twice. The Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords twice. I mean, it's all moving on, and it was a very significant sort of relationship in your life. So again, you'll have new love in time, honey, but right now you're just good with where you're at and trying to feel just good within your own energy and in your own heart space. And I need you to commit to your heart space first. So that's it. I feel like you have a lot of lessons that you've learned from this equation, so I will not push you, and neither should you push yourself to move in a very new direction. Don't rush into things. That's how you make mistakes. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel like you both had different directions, and this person was probably different from you in terms of religious factors, in terms of caste, creed, class, system, I don't know, financial factors, whatever was there, that was a divide between you two, and that's why they did not choose you. They could see the potential, but they were like, you know, because the Hierophant can represent religious factors too. So take it as it resonates. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to the others. Yeah, not in this person's direction though. I mean, by all means, flirt around, have fun with other people, you know, have a good time, have a laugh, always, but don't get your heart too much involved with other people. And I feel like it was also flirt for this person, like they were flirting with your heart and they were flirting with your energy, but they had no real intentions attached to it. They had no real intention of making it real with you. Let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, you need it. You need it, and they will also help you learn a lot of things here. So I'm telling you, you have a lot of large extended circle here of support, of emotional support. Even if it's just one person, two people, three people in your life, friends, family, colleagues that actually emotionally show up for you, that care about you, and that show up for you, and you show up for them. Ask them for help, right? Talk to them. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I feel like this person's going to come back or probably try to put their energetic, wishy-washy imprint back onto you, but I feel like you're already done. You're already very hurt, and you're already done. Like it's exhausted done. You know, it's not even hurting done. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, the audacity that you could think that I would put in the effort again as I did before. How could you possibly think that? It's kind of like that. Your reaction is kind of like that. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I'm seeing here with the Four of Swords that you're retreating in your cocoon here in order to understand things about yourself, in order to consolidate your energy, in order to be more, well, understanding your self-worth and not ever letting anybody take you for granted ever again, right? So let's see anything from the universe. I feel like it's great work on you, on your part, Virgos. This was amazing. This was really amazing. It's like repenting over things that got lost and regretting over the past spilled cups, not necessarily trying to do anything with it or trying to do anything about it, but just repenting. And it's until they repent, that's when they come back around in your energetic field or your 3D reality, and you're like, you know, it's long done. I can't see myself putting in the effort. The Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, it's this person. The Seven of Cups, yeah, they don't even know whether they want this new opportunity or not. Like they put themselves into that. They grew it to a certain point, and then again they dipped out. Like they were not sure after a while. Like, do I want this? Do I still want it? I feel like this person puts themselves into situations, people, places, things, seeing that, oh, it's new, let's try it. and they are not connected to themselves, their heart space, about whether they want to try it or not. Do they even ask themselves that, do I want to do this? Do I need to do this? Like, does this actually make me feel something, that this could be it? They just like to try on things because they are distracted. They don't know themselves and they are distracted, emotionally distracted, and they are looking for different things to keep them occupied, to keep them engaged, to keep them entertained. And again, you are not trying to be their entertainment TV channel anymore. So good luck. I wish them well, but then again, I don't care. I care about you, honey. It's your reading, so I care about you. The Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the World. Yeah, the vision is lost. I'm closing the cycle out because I've probably felt like this could have been an equal shared love. I could have made this person a part of my community. I could see them that they were a stable foundation in my life, probably, but not anymore. Because I feel like I was the one keeping the connection going. I was the one that was doing the job of two people, of keeping this connection stable and integrated into my 3D reality. I was trying very hard to keep this person in my life, but they were not trying to reach back for me, or they were not trying to have me in their life too. Again, work on yourself as well as take help from people that actually surround you with, that you actually surround yourself with the Ten of Cups. I know that you have a very large circle and you make relationships based on love, and that's how you take comfort in that fact that you make relationships out of emotionality towards other people and their emotionality towards you. Love, care, and attention, consideration. That's how you make relationships. I knew that that's how you are, not just with this person, but with everybody. But this person was a little special to you. That's why you tried harder for them. But then again, you had to stop somewhere, right? Yeah, block any sort of emotional expression towards this person. I see you blocking it and moving on. Like, I'm not going to look back. There is no going back in this particular direction. I'm moving on from it. I'm moving on. My emotional energy needs to move on. It's best served somewhere else, but it's not here. I know that for sure now. It's not here. My heart is best served somewhere else, where people don't take me for granted, where people give back to me what I give to them, where people actually show up for me emotionally without having me to pry shit out of them, right? So yeah, there you go. That's all I have for you, Virgos. I hope this helped, and take care.